We're on question 9 in Build Your Skills, and we're looking at the ratio of flour to shortening in a recipe for a pie crust is 2 to 1. If a baker makes 30 cups of pie crust total, they want to know how many cups of flour and shortening does he use. So in this instance here, we need to know, well, we're given the ratio of flour to shortening, okay, and that is 2 to 1. But then we're told a specific amount of pie crust and asked to determine how much flour and how much shortening. So we need to know how many parts the pie crust represents. Okay? So pie crust equals the amount of flour plus the amount of shortening. So we've got 2 parts flour, 1 part shortening. So we have 3 parts our pie crust. So if we want to know how much of that 30 cups is going to be flour, flour is 2 parts to 3 parts of pie crust total. So we need to take 2/3 times our 30 cups, and that is going to give us 20 cups of flour to make 30 cups of pie crust. For our shortening, it's similar. We're going to have 1 part shortening to a total of 3 parts pie crust. So 1/3 times 30 cups, because that's how much pie crust we want to make, and this is going to be equal to 10 cups shortening. So those are our answers there. For question number 10, it's a similar thing. We have a compound of 2 chemicals, and they're mixed in a ratio of 3 to 10. Okay, so we have chemical A to chemical B, and it's 3 to 10. And we're told that there's 45 liters of the compound. So the compound, we need to figure out how many parts that is. And the compound is equal to the parts A plus parts for chemical B. So it's going to be 3 plus 10, or 13 parts. So if we want to know how much of chemical A, we know that there's 3 parts chemical A to 13 parts total, and we need to multiply that by 45 liters. So 3 times 45 is 135 divided by 13. And that's 10.38, and we're going to round it to 10.4 liters. So that's 10.4 liters of chemical A. Whoops. So that's how much of chemical A we're going to need. For chemical B, we know it's 10 parts. So chemical B is 10 parts over 13, because that's the amount of parts total, times 45 liters. And that equals 450 divided by 13. And that is equal to 34.61. And we're going to round it to first decimal place here, so it'll be 34.6 liters of chemical B. And that's how you solve question number 10.